I'm Stanley Washington, and I'd like to have Michael Moore to speak for me, me and the council.
Why? Did he already speak?
He's already spoken, Mary.
We can't
state your name
come
again
back.
for the record, please.
Stanley Washington. I'm a street performer.
Okay. And once you've had your chance to speak, that's all you get. So you have your 2 minutes, sir.
He's going to give up his. He could give another 2 minutes to Mr. Moore. That's it. Just his 2.
You guys said earlier if somebody represents a group and our president represents a group of 140 street performers, he would get 5 minutes. So at the least he should get 5 minutes minus the 2 minutes he already talked. He's going to talk for this guy. He's going to talk for Chris. He's going to talk for multiple people. That's by
it's
your
here.
own.
The people that are here, not the 100 that aren't here.
Right.
So what we have, Mr. Moore has been up and spoken 2 minutes, and Mr. Washington would like to give him his 2 minutes. That's fine. Mr. Moore can speak those 2 minutes. So, Mr. Moore, come back up. You have 2 more minutes. Thank you, Mr. Washington.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please, 2 more minutes.
Greetings again, and this is such a complex subject that it's very hard to get it into the minute. I met with Mr. Jervik after the last meeting, and we discussed several things. And during that meeting, he agreed to an independent third-party card check to prove that we represent a majority. That establishes a majority status that gives us the legal right to negotiate on behalf of a majority of 140 performers on Fremont Street. I have a solution that can insulate the city, Fremont Street, and Metro PD from constitutional lawsuits if we can sit down and talk about it. It doesn't have to be a formal negotiation, but I would love to have maybe a half hour, an hour with the entire council in a meeting where we could discuss this. And I can give you all the ideas, and then you could get back to me, and then maybe we can go to the next step. Because I realize that lawsuits are going to come out of this. For 35 years, I was a UFCW representative, a special representative and attorney for that union and 2 other unions. I'm a street performer now because I'm in semi-retirement. And I know that maybe with Mr. Coffin seeing me and thinks I don't have any credibility, this was a past life that I had. And I reinitiated that because I saw several months ago this was going to be a disaster. And all the attorneys were going to make the money out of unraveling this mess. And meanwhile, we would have almost 200 people suffer on it. The city would lose money through litigation, and we'd still have to throw the things out because of constitutional issues. Now, I'm a reasonable person. I'm willing to, when I met you the first time I spoke here, I saw in your eyes that you want a solution. And I changed from going into war mode, calling a strike for these people, which we could do an indefinite strike and still perform under the law and be out there longer than the Frontier strike. That's a war plan. But I'm old enough and experienced enough that when I see the possibility for negotiations are there, it softens my heart and go, wait, we can actually fix this and be an example for every city that has this problem. And it could start something new that other cities would do, showing the government and the citizens working together for a positive change. But I keep getting ignored here and over here, and it's very frustrating, you know. So would you entertain an idea of a meeting with all of us, a private meeting?
We have to go through our council on all of this is where
Well,
we're headed. So, Mr. Jervik.
I'll make my time available.
With Mr. Jervik. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming back. Ma'am? Oh, excuse me.